So apparently we can't scarf up $5 billion to help keep our borders from being overrun. But it turns out the State Department just announced we're handing over nearly $11 billion to Mexico and Central America to help keep people from migrating here illegally. Now, I have just one question. Are you freaking kidding me? Hey guys, welcome back to MRC TV's Reality Check. I'm Brittany Hughes. Now, while coming up with $5 billion out of a $3 trillion budget to put toward a border wall and secure our own country is apparently too much to ask, the federal government did just manage to scrounge up a whopping $10.6 billion, most of it via American taxpayer dollars, of course, to fork over to Central America and Mexico in foreign aid and investment, all to try to keep people from coming here. The AP reported Tuesday that the U.S. government has pledged $5.8 billion in aid for government and economic development in Central America and another $4.8 billion in development aid for southern Mexico. The money is made up of both public and private dollars, but most of it is coming from your pocket. And by the way, this is on top of the nearly $600 million that we've already sent these countries since 2001. The ongoing plan, although it's never worked before, is to try to strengthen job opportunities and economies in Latin American countries like Honduras, Guatemala, and El Salvador so that their people won't have to migrate illegally to the United States. In other words, American taxpayers are now on the financial hook to pay people to not come here illegally. Of course, the recently elected Mexican president was all too happy about this plan, saying, quote, "I have a dream that I want to see become a reality, that nobody will want to go work in the United States. Thanks to our wallets, of course." Oh, and it gets better. The U.S. has also apparently expressed interest in Obrador's proposal to invest in Mexican agriculture, forestry, and tourism projects, likely signaling even more taxpayer dollar checks to be written in the future. But when it comes to Mexico's part, the AP reports, quote, "It was unclear if Mexico would give anything in return." Of course, that's not stopping them from asking for our money, though. In fact, the AP reports that the Mexican Foreign Relations Secretary says they need even more U.S. investment for Central America's Alliance for Prosperity program. He figures about $25 billion should do it. Now, the same week that the State Department announced the billions in funding going to Central America, Democrats again shut down Trump's proposed $5 billion toward a border wall to help stop illegal immigration here, complaining that it was a waste of taxpayer money. So now let's just get this straight. Not only do we have to pay to process illegal aliens who come across the border, put their families on welfare, pay for their health care and their kids' education, pay to send them home, and pay to jail their criminals, now we have to pay them to not come here in the first place. Also, just to remind everyone, there are about 2.5 million American children who are currently homeless in the United States. There are also about 40,000 homeless veterans on the street any given night. Nearly 39 million Americans are on food stamps. About 200 people die of drug overdoses every day, thanks to our out-of-control opioid crisis. We're $21 trillion in debt and climbing, and our infrastructure is falling apart. But apparently, we can find nearly $11 billion of our hard-earned money to help people in Central America get jobs because their own crap-hole governments can't be bothered. So please, tell me again how we can't come up with $5 billion for a wall. And that's your Reality Check, America. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube page, like us on Facebook and Twitter, and stay sane out there.